give the jury a better understanding of the facts that are being brought in to the trial. And so notice how that didn't happen here. They just went right into the videotape and had him start evaluating things. Let me bring back in now Court TV legal correspondent Julia Jenet and trial attorney and former prosecutor Kirk Davis to discuss this. Kirk, I'm wondering, did you notice that too, that they haven't formally done the offering of him as an expert?
I did, and what I assumed was happening, Julie, is there was a sidebar, as I recall it, right before the prosecutor got to the opinion of the expert witness of the force being excessive. So I assumed that the prosecutor was talking with defense counsel, Mr. Nelson, and the judge, and saying, hey, at this point, I'm going to be offering my witnesses' opinions. Am I good to go? Do we need to go through the full process? But obviously, we don't know exactly because it didn't happen on the record.
Right. We're not privy to what was said at sidebar, and something important. Your point was excellent, Kirk, and what you made me think of something else. So the court reporter is able to listen in and take down everything that's happening. And so the record is being made, even though it's out of our hearing and the jury's hearing, and it's being done over the headsets because of COVID-19. So who knows? But that definitely jumped out at me as unusual. And another little somewhat of a trick sometimes if you're on the other side and you don't want the jury to hear how great an expert witness is, you just stand up and graciously stipulate to the person being an expert. So you kind of cut off the opponent there, and we didn't see that happening by the defense. Julia, share with us your thoughts, please, on this expert witness and what's happened so far. Any insight you have as to what's going on with the qualification, or maybe why the day ended so early?
Right. All of this is still very surprising. I'll be eager to hear what we see from the poll reporter notes from the media representatives that are inside right now as to why they are ending not only so early, but it didn't seem like there was a natural pause in testimony. This wasn't at the end of direct. It sounded like there was much more to go with direct. They didn't seem to have a problematic exhibit, but that perhaps could have been the issue. And there was that sidebar. So we may be privy to that information later on as to what happened and why they abruptly stopped, but that is surprising to me still that they're ending the day so early. And perhaps they'll be talking in chambers. That's something I noticed yesterday when I was inside of the courtroom as the poll reporter. The parties did a lot of talking inside of chambers with the judge. So there are things happening back there that, of course, in the open court, we're not privy to.
That's a really good point, Julia. I'm glad you mentioned that. And it's disappointing to all of us, really. I know you both are disappointed. I'm sure all of you at home are disappointed because we know this is a key witness. We've been waiting to hear from the state's use of force expert. And to me, seems like he's going to be a phenomenal witness. He is very appealing, very smart, very qualified, very engaging. I mean, I loved how right away you can tell he's good at what he does. He turned his body toward the jury, was smiling at them, making good eye contact. I mean, he's going to be good, no doubt, for the state. But this just, I felt like it really kind of took the wind out of their sails, my sails, our sails. Julia and Kirk, I have lots more I want to talk to both of you about. We're going to recap what happened with Maurice Hall this morning, what happened with some of these witnesses we've heard from this morning and this afternoon. But I'm being told we're going to squeeze in